Good morning students. In the previous class we discussed about fixed bias. Now in this class I am going to discuss about collector to base bias circuit. One of the biasing methods of the bipolar junction transistor, collector to base bias. In fixed bias circuit we are connecting base resistor between base and one end of the base resistor is connected to base terminal and another one end is connected to supply voltage. But in collector to base bias circuit, we are connecting base resistor or feedback resistor between base and collector terminals. That's why we are saying collector to base bias circuit. Now see the circuit for collector to base bias. Here we are taking NPN transistor, collector, base, emitter. I am taking NPN transistor. Now I am connecting feedback resistor, that is represented with RB, between base and collector of the base and collector of the transistor, between base and collector of the transistor. And to take the output voltage we are connecting collector resistor, that is represented with RC, and supply voltage is VCC. Here emitter is grounded. The voltage between base and emitter, the voltage between base and emitter represented with VBE, and I am connecting input voltage through a coupling capacitor, input voltage Vin through a coupling capacitor, that is CC, coupling capacitor CC, through a coupling capacitor CC. Now write the equation for here. We are taking output across the with respect to the ground. Now write the equation, apply KVL at the base of the circuit. Apply KVL at the base circuit. Here the current flows in RC is IC and current flowing through RB is represented with IB. Apply KVL at the base circuit. Now we are getting VCC equal to, here the current flow through the resistor RC is IB plus IC. So VCC equal to RC into IB plus IC plus VBE plus IB into RB. Now rewrite the equation, VCC equal to RC into IB plus RC into IC plus IB into RB plus VBE. VCC equal to, take the IB common, then you are getting RC plus RB plus IC into RC plus VBE. But we want IB only. Now take the IB term to the, keep IB term at the RH side and rewrite the equation, VCC minus VBE equal to IB into RB plus RC plus IC into RC. Or we can write IB equal to IB into RB plus RC equal to VCC minus VBE minus IC into RC. We want IB only, input current only. Now keep the IB at the LH side, take the remaining term to the RH side. Now we are getting VCC minus VBE minus IC into RC divided by IB divided by RB plus RC. This is the input current equation. Here from this circuit the input current is IB and output current is IC. Input voltage is VBE and output voltage is VCE. We have to draw the operating point, or we have to fix the operating point for IC, output voltage, and output voltage VCE and output current IC. Now we have to derive the above equation. Differentiating both sides with respect to IC, then we will get DIB by DIC equal to VCC and VBE will be 0. Then DIC by DIC will get cancelled. Then we are getting the final expression. Take the equation DVCC by DIC minus DVBE divided by DIC minus, take the IC common, and DIC divided by DIC. Here DIC get cancelled. Then we are getting this value will be 0 and this value also will be 0, because here VCC and VBE are unknown quantities. Then VCC and VBE values gets 0. We are getting finally DIB by DIC equal to minus RC divided by, we have the equation RB plus RC. So minus RC divided by RB plus RC. From this we are getting DIB by DIC equal to minus RC divided by RB plus RC. But we know stability factor equation, that is S equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta into DIB divided by DIC. Substitute the value of DIB by DIC in the equation, then we will get, substitute value of DIB divided by DIC in above equation. We get S equal to 1 plus beta divided by, minus minus gets will become plus 1 plus beta into RC divided by RC plus RB. 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus beta into RC divided by RB. This is the stability factor equation in collector to base bias circuit. S equal to 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta into RC by RC plus RB is the stability factor for collector to base bias circuit. In this equation, if RC is large and RB is small, then we are getting the small stability factor. If RC is very small, then we are getting S equal to, at that time we are getting S equal to 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta. If RC equal to small, if RC equal to small, S equal to 1 plus beta. So beta value is, we know beta value is a large quantity, then S stability factor is also very large. So while designing the collector to base bias circuit, we have to consider the RC value is large and RP value is very small. Then we are getting the small stability factor as possible. Okay, this is the final equation for stability factor of collector to base bias circuit. If you take the RC value very small, at that time the stability factor will equal to the fixed bias circuit. So there is no use while designing the collector to base bias. So we have to consider RC value is large and RB value is small while designing the collector to base bias circuit. Thank you. Voltage divider bias. Voltage divider bias is also known as the self bias or potential divider bias. In this, let us see the circuit for voltage divider bias. Here I am taking NPN transistor, collector, base, emitter, NPN. The resistors R1 and R2 forms a voltage divider bias circuit. The end of resistors is connected to VCC, supply voltage, and so R1 and R2 forms a voltage divider bias for the VCC, and here we are connecting emitter resistance that is represented with RE, and this one is grounded. So here I am applying input voltage through a coupling capacitor. Here the coupling capacitor use is to block the DC voltage. So this is the circuit diagram for collector to base bias circuit. The current flowing through resistor RC is IC, and here through RE is IE, and through base resistors here is I, and this one is also I. So because here we are using voltage divider circuit, in this circuit resistance is the voltage drop across the resistance is different, but the current flowing through the resistors is same. That's why we are representing current through resistor 1 and resistor 2 is same, that is I, and but the voltage drop across the resistors R1 and R2 is different, because there is a here we are taking at the R2 the resistance is very less, because we are applying forward bias at the collector base junction. So the voltage drop across the R2 is represented with V2. The voltage drop across the resistance R2 is represented with V2. Now we are going to draw the equivalent circuit for the voltage divider bias circuit. So here the equivalent voltage is also represented with VT, total voltage, or VB, base voltage, because we are connecting total voltage to the base of the transistor. That's why we are representing with VB. We know that Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So in Thevenin's equivalent circuit, total voltage, that is VT. Here we can also represent it with VB. And series connection of equivalent resistance, that is represented with RB or RT, total resistance. Now this is connected to base of the transistor. This is connected to base of the transistor. Collector, base, emitter. Now we are connecting output resistor, that is represented with RC, because we are taking output across the collector resistor. So, and apply supply voltage VCC. The current flowing through RC is IC, and here we are connecting emitter resistance, that is represented with RE. This is the equivalent circuit of which one? Voltage divider bias circuit. So the current flowing through RE is represented with IE. The current flowing through RB is IB. Now write the equation for total voltage from the circuit. Now write the equation for total voltage, that is represented with VT equal to voltage drop, voltage supply voltage into voltage drop across R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is the total voltage by applying the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. And total resistance, that is represented with RB equal to parallel combination of R1 and R2. Now rewrite the equation. R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is the equivalent resistance of the Thevenin's equivalent resistance of the voltage divider circuit. So now write the loop equation for the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Loop equation for Thevenin's equivalent circuit. We get VB equal to IB into RB plus voltage between base and emitter is represented with VBE. So VB equal to IB into RB plus VBE plus IE into RE. Now we know the IE equation. IE equal to IB plus IC. Write the IE value in the equation, then we will get VB equal to IB into RB plus VBE plus IB plus IC into RE. From this equation, IB into RB plus VBE plus IB into RE plus IC into RE. So VB equal to IB into RB plus VBE plus, we are substituting IE value in the equation, then we are getting IB plus IC into RE. Now rewrite the equation. VB equal to IB into RB plus VBE plus IB into RE plus IC into RE. Now take IB common. Then we are getting RB plus RE plus VBE plus IC into RE. VB equal. We want IB, then keep the IB at the RH side. IB into RB plus RE equal to VB minus VBE minus IC into RE. We want IB only, so keep IB and take the RB plus RE to the RH side. Then VB minus VBE minus IC into RE divided by RB plus RE. Now differentiating both sides with respect to I. Differentiating both sides with respect to IC. With respect to IC, we get DIB by DIC equal to minus RE by RB plus RE. DAB by DIC equal to minus RE by RB plus RE. DAB by DIC equal to minus RE by RB plus RE. Now differentiating, we know the equation for stability factor, that is S equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC. Substitute DIB by DIC value in the stability factor. Substitute DIB by DIC value in S. Then we get S equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus RE divided by 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus beta into RE divided by RE plus RB. Now take LCM, that is 1 plus beta divided by RE plus RB into, here we are getting RE plus RB plus beta RE. After cross multiplying, we are getting 1 plus beta into RE plus RB divided by RE plus RB plus beta RE. Now differentiating numerator and denominator of RHS by RE. Dividing RHS of numerator and by RE. We get S equal to 1 plus beta into 1 plus RB by RE. divided by 1 plus beta plus RB divided by RE. If the ratio RB divided by RE is small, then the stability factor will become S equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 plus beta. 1 plus beta, 1 plus beta gets cancelled, then we are getting stability factor equal to 1. So, if stability factor is 1 means the transistor parameters does not affect the stability factor. That means at the stability factor, the transistor parameters are not present. That means what are the transistor parameters? IC, ICO, beta, VBE and IB. Those are not present in the stability factor. So those are not affecting the operating point of the transistor. That's why, so if the stability, we already told, the stability factor should be small as possible. Here the stability factor is 1 when we are considering the RB and RE very small. So at that time we are getting stability factor 1. So this is a very stable circuit and very suitable circuit because the transistor parameters not affecting the voltage divider bias circuit. If the transistor parameters not affecting means the operating point is not shifted to saturation region or not shifted to cutoff region. We are getting faithful amplification. That means we are getting distortion free output. Whatever the input we are giving at the input side, that output, amplified output, we are getting the output side. There is no signal loss by using this circuit. In this circuit we are see the extra component, that is RE. Here RE provides a stability factor. It stabilizes the whole circuit. The stability factor or stability of the voltage divider circuit depends on RE. So it creates negative feedback. It creates negative feedback to the circuit. Here in the fixed bias circuit we are using RB as the feedback network that is connected between VCC and base of the transistor. In collector to base bias circuit we are connecting collector to base bias feedback circuit. Here RB is the feedback connecting between collector to base, and in this circuit we are connecting feedback network at the emitter. So the feedback network here is emitter resistor that is represented with RE. So here it creates a negative feedback. That means negative feedback means it decreases the gain of the amplifier. In positive feedback the gain of the amplifier is increasing, but in negative feedback we get the gain is decreasing gain. So that is the drawback of this circuit. Otherwise the circuit is very suitable because we are getting stability factor is very less. But in almost all amplification or amplifiers we are using negative feedback only, because due to negative feedback we are getting bandwidth, increased bandwidth, and overall performance of the circuit is very high. So in negative feedback we are using in amplifiers, and positive feedback is used in the oscillator circuits. RE creates a negative feedback. It decreases the current at the base of the transistor. The increased current is one portion of the output signal is fed back to the base of the transistor through a feedback resistor, that is RE. So it will decreases the base of the transistor. We know the thermal runaway. According to thermal runaway, if temperature increases, If temperature increases, ICO increases. If ICO increases, IC also increases. If IC increases, it creates it increases temperature at the where? Collector base junction. It increases temperature at the collector base junction. We have the equation for collector current, that is IC equal to beta into IB plus 1 plus beta into ICO. So if IB is reducing, means if IC increases, according to this circuit, if IC increases, IB is reducing. If IC increases, IB is reducing. At that time, IC will be constant. So there is no shifting of operating point. So here IB is to reduce the IB. Here we are using feedback resistor, that is RE. It controls the IB value. If temperature is increases, reverse saturation current will increase. If reverse saturation current is increases, that is applied to the RE, and that is applied to the which one? Base of the transistor. So if it is applied to base of the transistor, it will reduce the base current IB due to, so it will neutralize the equation. At that time IC will become constant. Our motive is IC and VCE should be constant. Okay, in this circuit we are achieving that one. So that's why S equal to 1. The factors, transistor parameters are not affecting the stability factor. So in most of the amplifier applications we are considering voltage divider circuit. It is also known as which one? Self bias or potential divider bias. This is the stability factor of the voltage divider bias circuit. Thank you. Biasing of FET. Till now we are saying the biasing of bipolar junction transistor. Here we are going to see the biasing of field effect transistor. We know the field effect transistor. It is also known as the unipolar device. That means only majority charge carriers participate in the conduction of conventional current flow. Here the FET has 3 terminals: drain, source and gate. And it has 3 configurations: common source, common gate and common drain configurations. For biasing of the FET, we are considering common source amplifier. That means source is common to both input and output, and the input terminal is gate and output terminal is drain. So here the input current is IC and output current is, what is that? Output current is ID, that is represented with drain, that is known as drain current ID, and input voltage is voltage between source and gate, that is VGS, and output voltage is between drain and source, that is represented with VDS. So to operate the field effect transistor in a proper way, we have to fix the operating point. To fix the operating point, we have to consider drain current ID and VGS, input voltage VGS. First we have to draw the that means we are selecting the proper values of ID and VGS. So before selecting the proper values of ID and VGS, we have to draw the transfer characteristics of the field effect transistor. We know we should select the proper values of ID and VGS at the pinch off region, because at pinch off region only the field effect transistor acts as an amplifier. After the pinch off region, it goes into the ohmic region. We know the characteristics of which field effect transistor until Vp, that means until peak point, it will be acts as it is in the pinch off region. After pinch off region, after Vp, the device goes into ohmic region. That means constant current, it will act as a constant current amplifier. That means voltage is increasing, but current is not increasing. That region is called ohmic region. So to operate the FET as an amplifier, we should be connected in the pinch-off region. For that we have to connect in the input junction. That means gate to source junction should be reverse biased and drain to source junction should be forward biased. For that we should give negative terminal of the battery to the gate and positive terminal of the battery to the drain. Okay, so here first we have to choose the proper values of. So what is biasing? The biasing is selecting or providing proper values of voltages and resistance to the circuit. Here to provide ID and VGS to the field effect transistor, that is known as the FET biasing. So to draw the first, we have to select the which one? We have to draw the transfer characteristics of field effect transistor. For that we are taking out voltage on x-axis, that is represented with VGS, and current on y-axis, that is represented with ID. Now draw the transfer characteristics for this one. Transfer characteristics for this one. After drawing the transfer characteristics, you have to draw the self-bias line from the origin. You have to draw the self-bias line from the origin. The intersection point of transfer characteristics and self-bias line is known as Q point of the field effect transistor, operating point of the field effect transistor. For that we are after that you have to note the values of ID, corresponding values of ID and VGS. Okay, to calculate the values, we know the current equation, ID equal to ID SS into 1 minus VGS divided by Vp whole square. This is the current equation, output current equation of the field effect transistor. Here ID should be half of the current. IDSS is known as the saturation current. Saturation current, it should be half of the ID. Okay, this is the equation for output current in which one? Field effect transistor. And to calculate source voltage, we know the source voltage Vs equal to current flowing at this one is ID into Rs. Voltage drop, Vs is the voltage drop across the source resistance. The current flowing through the source resistance is ID. So Vs equal to ID into Rs. And we are getting VGS equal, from this we are getting VGS equal to minus Vs. VGS equal to minus Vs. This is the fixing of operating point.